tours get booked up, so you have to.
Was it through another priest or something that you heard about
No,
it?
I read about it,
Okay.
and I didn't realize how really amazing it was till I actually got there. So, but it's so isolated from the rest of Hawaii that you have to make an effort to go there.
You've had such amazing experiences.
I know.
It's hard to think
I'm
where
so
could you go to
blessed.
top any of that.
I know this was incredible. Everyone who goes to Hawaii really needs to go here. And I didn't include the slides of the church we went to. There's an Episcopal church on the island, and when we got there, they knew we were coming because I had communicated with them. They had a basket full of handmade leis, and they picked out one for us to wear. So they gave me this one to wear, and at the end, I put it back in the basket. And then I got an email from the woman after I'd gotten back to the United States. She said, "You didn't take your lei." And she was very offended. I said, "Send it to me, I'll wear it." So it came here, it came in the mail. They're very gracious. They have a thrift shop at that church, and they've done a lot of work. It's built in an old army barracks, and it has a beautiful altar carved out of native wood and paintings around the altar that are quite beautiful. And it's just in this old army barracks. And they have a little band of people of all ages playing ukuleles and different Hawaiian instruments. And one of the older men was really taken with Catherine, so he sang to her after church. There were two women who were part of the group who started the church, and they were characters. I wish y'all could meet them. They were just so funny. And then we had lunch afterwards, so they were having a potluck. So it was really cool to get to meet other Episcopalians, yeah, because they were part of our church on the island. So that was neat. And we also saw the phallic rock. This is a rock, and they are around other islands too. You walk through this forest of ironwood trees. It's a state park, and there's this huge rock, and women come there hoping to conceive. So, Morgan, if you ever want to get pregnant, go to Molokai. I read several testimonies of people who had been there and suddenly they were pregnant.
We might have to make a trip.
Mark doesn't even have to go, you just go there.
I
And
guess. Yeah, right. Yeah. And it's quite suggestive. I had it in here, but I thought this doesn't have anything to do with Father Damien, so I took it out. But it's pretty interesting.
Well, after the first 11, more people were
Right.
Were they people emigrating to Hawaii, or they were people
They
already
were-
living in
They
Hawaii?
were native Hawaiians who then were found to
Became
have
ill
leprosy.
and were-
Right.
were-
Right. So they literally, there's a wonderful novel called Molokai. It's fictional, but it gives you a great overview of what would happen. So if the doctor found leprosy on you, and the way they could tell if they poked a pin in the spot and you didn't feel anything, it was leprosy because it kills your nerves. So they would be taken to the harbor and put on the boats. And that was, off you went to Molokai. So really, really horrible. And they had people actively looking for leprosy victims because they were so scared of it. They were really terrified. Probably because they already had typhoid and smallpox go through the population. But so once you were there, you didn't get out. I mean, there was no way off unless you could climb the cliffs. And most people were just too sick to do that eventually. So they got there, there was nothing. They had to literally build their community. And that's one thing Father Damien really helped with, was to actually make it a community rather than just this wild place where people were trying to just scrabble, survive. I mean, he actually built buildings and turned it into a place that was bearable. So he did a lot to make it more humane. there had already been people working there, but he was the one that
It
kind
just seems incredible,
I
up to
know.
the 80s, and I mean, did
Yeah, up to
Hawaii
the
become a
si-
state in
19
55 or
Yeah,
something?
69. I'm sure by 1969 it wasn't as enforced, it couldn't have been, but it, I mean, it was on the books till 1969. So, and the people there who're still there, they never knew any other life, so when they had a chance to leave, they just said, no, this is where we've always been. And it is very beautiful and peaceful, I guess, if you're used to it. So,
How did you get all this good film and pictures?
I took a lot of the pictures myself, and some of those pictures of, like Father Damien with it, they were on the internet.
Oh, I wondered about
Yeah. And one of Joseph Dutton was actually in the museum, so you know, you take pictures of pictures.
Mhm.
I have one of Shirley Temple there. A lot of people were there, have been there, and the museum has some of those pictures. Shirley Temple, the Trapp Family Singers, and what they had to say about how meaningful it was to be there. The museum was fascinating in that little building.
So did you stay on there most of a day? You don't
Yeah,
stay
it
over-
takes most of the day to do
Yeah,
it.
going and
Yeah.
coming. How long did it take to get down the mountain on a horse?
I think it takes, if I remember correctly, it took about an hour to go down and about an hour and a half to go
It looked like it
up.
would be a good hour.
Because
Yeah, longer to get up.
you weren't rushing.
Uh,
I mean, and the mules have done it a million times, so they could probably do it in their sleep, but still. Yeah, it was about an hour to get down. And then you're there for quite a while, because that peninsula is pretty big. I think it's something like 7,000 acres. or something
Did you
like
stay
that.
on that bigger peninsula?
We stayed on,
part of that
we
same-
stayed on the top of the island. We didn't stay down there, there's no
On that
place.
same mainland though?
Yeah, on the Molokai, yeah. There are no real hotels, so we rented, people rent out their houses. We stayed in someone's condo that they rent out. It's very nice. Yeah. We had access to laundry, which was important. So, and this is the island where, y'all remember when I told you about going to the bakery and having that amazing bread? That's on Molokai too.
So how many of the islands did you actually go to?
We went to, and this is why I want to go back someday, because we went to, I'm just going to look here because it'll be easier to tell you. So we went to the Big Island, we went to Oahu, we went to Kauai, and we went to Molokai. So I still haven't been to Maui, which I'd love to do, and Lanai. That whole island was a pineapple farm at one point. And I'm not sure what's there. And then there's this little tiny island off of Kauai that I don't think they let outsiders go there, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Oahu, I'd like to go back because I wasn't there for too long. So,
What's
There's-
that orange island to the left that looks like it's totally different?
this one is Kauai. And
That is a part of Hawaii.
that's the
orange
one where most people, it's the oldest of the islands, and it's beautiful. It's where a lot of tourists go to Kauai. It's where movies have been made, and some of the scenery there is just spectacular. So